The Hinman documents have been released in the Ripple lawsuit, and these altcoins are safe from the SEC. This is your Altcoin Buzz News. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Cody Buffington. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when we drop latest content. Follow us on Twitter at AltcoinBuzzIO, and as always, this is not financial advice, and we wish you the best of luck in your crypto ventures. A newly surfaced video featuring Gary Gensler from 2018 has made the rounds on social media, showing the now chair of the United States Securities Regulator again stating that multiple cryptocurrencies are not securities.
Over 70% of the crypto market is Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Why did I name those four? They're not securities.
On June 12th, multiple Twitter accounts shared this video, which is understood to come from a 2018 event hosted by Bloomberg for institutional investors. At the time, Gensler was a professor at MIT, with the video predating his appointment as chair of the Securities and Exchange Commission by approximately 2 years. It appears in contrast with Gensler's more recent actions at the SEC, which has seen the regulator initiate a flurry of enforcement actions on the crypto space in the past few months. In his capacity as SEC chair, he has suggested that all cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin are securities. In total, the SEC has labeled at least 68 cryptocurrencies as securities in various lawsuits, though none of the 4 cryptocurrencies mentioned in the 2018 video have made it on the list. The comments in the video are, however, another contrast from Gensler's more recent views on Ether. The SEC chair was pressed for his answer on if ETH was a security before the U.S. House Committee in April, but he refused to answer.
How would you categorize Ether then?
Look, I think that the general sweep of what Congress did, not just in the 30s, but as amended.
I'm asking you, sitting in your chair now, to make an assessment under the laws as exist. Is Ether a commodity or a security?
Without speaking to any one.
I know you've repeatedly said you're not going to speak to one, except you've spoken to one, Bitcoin. So I'm asking you to speak to a second one, the second largest market cap.
In a 2019 video that circulated in April, Gensler called Algorand great technology. The same week the video circulated, the SEC sued crypto exchange Bitrex and claimed Algorand was a security in its complaint. In another video dated 2018 that circulated in April, Gensler is seen teaching a class at MIT and claims that 3/4 of the market are non-securities.
So we already know in the U.S. and in many other jurisdictions that 3/4 of the market are not ICOs or not what we call securities, even in the US, Canada, and Taiwan, the 3 jurisdictions that follow something similar to the Howey test that we've talked about. 3/4 of the market is non-securities. It's just a commodity, a cash crypto.
While Gensler's comments come at a time before he was chair of the SEC, many in the crypto space have claimed that his actions are hypocritical. U.S. lawmakers have now introduced a bill with the intention of firing Gary Gensler, claiming that he's abusing his power. Warren Davidson on Twitter yesterday wrote, "Today I filed the SEC Stabilization Act to restructure the SEC and fire Gary Gensler. U.S. capital markets must be protected from a tyrannical chairman, including the current one." Joining Davidson in creating the legislation is Tom Emmer, the crypto-supportive House Majority Whip, who has repeatedly blasted Gensler for his incompetence in governing the crypto market and driving the industry overseas. In a press release related to the legislation on Emmer's website, the politician cited a long list of abuses Gensler has committed while in office, including a Hotel California rule for crypto providing no resolution and no clarity for the captives in the market. Emmer said in a statement, "American investors and industry deserve clear and concise oversight, not political gamemanship." Each congressman's criticisms are reminiscent of those levied by the industry itself. Gensler has even faced criticism within his own agency from SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce, sometimes referred to as Crypto Mom, who has often objected in vain to the commission's attempt to regulate crypto using existing financial industry rules. Besides firing Gensler, Davidson and Emmer's legislation would give commissioners like Pierce more influence by placing rulemaking, enforcement, and investigation authority under 6 commissioners, one more than the existing 5. Of those commissioners, no more than 3 could be part of the same political party, and they would be subject to staggering 6-year terms. Meanwhile, an executive director would handle the agency's daily operations. According to a document recently filed, Binance US, which the SEC targeted last week with 13 civil charges, has hired George Canellos, who served as a co-director of the SEC's Division of Enforcement. Binance US is a separate company for American citizens that uses the Binance logo, but it's run independently. The SEC last week alleged that CZ and Binance secretly controlled the Binance US platform's operations behind the scenes. Former SEC John Reed Stark said on Twitter that Binance and CZ just added a uniquely qualified criminal defense all-star lawyer to their legal team. George Canellos, former chief of major crimes unit in the U.S. Attorney's Office, and former head of the SEC's New York office, and former SEC Enforcement Division co-director. Canellis possesses a rare and remarkable special combination of skill sets, having served as both an SEC and DOJ prosecutor. Binance US has asked the court to deny the securities regulator's proposed temporary restraining order against its assets, claiming that the move would effectively end its business. In a June 12th filing, Binance US slammed the Securities and Exchange Commission's emergency motion for a temporary restraining order on its business, calling it draconian and unduly burdensome. Binance US argued that the restraining order would force the closure of BAM Trading Services, the entity that provides crypto trading and exchange services for Binance US, stating the requested relief would primarily harm BAM customers, effectively putting BAM out of business and preventing BAM from defending itself in this litigation. Notably, Binance US took aim at the regulator's entire approach to pursuing legal action against it, asserting that all of the SEC's claims fail because the regulator has not yet identified a single security trading on BAM's platform. It argued that the SEC is unable to identify a single instance in which BAM customer assets were mishandled or misused. Indeed, there is no emergency here at all, other than the one manufactured by the SEC for its own purpose. Like the rest of the crypto market, the NFT world isn't hitting those insane numbers anymore. But the launch of projects like our partners at IQ Protocol have reintroduced new opportunities for the sector. For the first time, NFT users can make money from renting out their assets without fear of any associated risks. IQ Protocol offers a decentralized peer-to-peer rental marketplace for digital assets. This project is simply the next money mechanism that allows users to rent wrapped, expirable versions of digital assets without any collateral. In addition, it also allows holders to profit by offering liquidity without taking any risks. IQ Labs launched IQ Protocol as part of its vision to provide an NFT rental marketplace that would increase their utility and develop a completely new economic model for holders and projects. The goal is to free them from asset risks and high collateral limitations. With IQ Protocol, you can rent out assets you're not using and you don't want to sell. This way, you can make extra income from rental fees and rest assured that your original assets are safe. The IQ market is now live, and for their big launch, they're working with the Red Village, a 3D dark fantasy game, to put on a $35,000 tournament. Using IQ Protocol's unique renting technology, assets can be listed with highly customizable rental terms, such as a reward split only with gasless rental transactions. This means new players can rent, play, and earn with just an empty wallet. IQ Labs will sponsor a $35,000 USD prize pool for tournaments using rented assets only, starting on the 19th of June. The Red Village has two game modes. On one hand, there is a multiplayer tournament mode, which invites players to battle one another in a variety of different locations, and is soon to be released to the Death mode, which allows players to battle each other, with the winner keeping the opponent's NFT. You can check out our full video on IQ Protocol and try it out for yourself, I'll link down below. For the first time, SEC staff provided a list of firms that have attained some kind of registration with the agency. When Gary Gensler says a handful of crypto security tokens have registered under the existing regime, these are the ones he's referring to. Note the first 5 companies registered as a result of a settlement under Clayton, and no companies have registered under Gensler. Of these companies, about half of them are gone now, some have taken on new forms, and just a few are carrying on, like Salt Lending and Blockstack. Now here's a list of cryptos that we believe are the most safe from the SEC. Number 1 being Bitcoin. The SEC back in 2018 has said that Bitcoin is not a security because it's decentralized. There is no central party whose efforts are a key determining factor in the enterprise. The SEC has also clarified before that Ether is not a security because the Ethereum network is also sufficiently decentralized. Number 3 is DOT. The US SEC has not officially declared Polkadot a security, and the Web3 Foundation, which is responsible for developing the Polkadot network, has argued that DOT does not meet the definition of a security under the US law. And number 4 is Ripple's XRP, and the SEC has been in a legal battle against Ripple since 2020, but the company may be on the edge of a conclusion. Number 5 is the Energy Web token. Energy Web Chain is not considered a security by the SEC, and the Energy Web Chain has followed the necessary compliance measures to establish itself as a non-security status. Number 6 is Stax's STX token. Hyro, formerly known as Blockstack, announced last week that its Stax token is no longer a security, and as such, Hyro will stop filing annual reports to the SEC. Retail trading platform eToro has halted purchases of Algorand, Decentraland, Polygon, and Dash for customers in the United States in response to the tokens being labeled as securities in recent SEC lawsuits. The move comes just a few days after competitor Robinhood also halted support for Matic along with Cardano and Solana. In a June 12th Twitter thread, eToro US noted that it had reviewed its crypto listings in light of the rapidly evolving regulatory landscape and recent developments with the SEC. The assets were officially listed as of 6 a.m. Eastern Time on July 12th. However, eToro US users will be able to hold and sell these assets. We remain a supporter of crypto assets and believe in the importance of offering our users access to a diverse range of asset classes, which include stocks, ETFs, and options. We are committed to working closely with regulators around the world to shape the future of the crypto industry and champion access for the ordinary investor. Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin was involved in the process leading up to the infamous Hinman speech, which provided ETH alone a special clarity of not being a security revealed in the latest documents. The public release of the Hinman speech linked to the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit was anticipated as a major event for the crypto industry. The documents revealed that the SEC took consultation from Vitalik Buterin in the process leading up to the controversial speech. An extract from the document release states that on May 31st, 2018, opposition to the recommendation grew within the US SEC against including Ether with Bitcoin as examples of digital assets which are no longer a security. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse didn't mince his words in recent tweets criticizing the Securities and Exchange Commission following the unveil of the previously undisclosed emails related to the infamous speech given by Bill Hinman. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse said, "I don't have a single polite word to describe the deplorable, politically motivated overreach." Garlinghouse made a scathing critique of the SEC's lawsuit against him and Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen, citing politically motivated overreach in the charges related to selling unregistered securities. He also pointed out how the regulator has weaponized the lack of regulatory clarity to the point of creating industry chaos despite significant pushback. That's it for Altcoin Buzz News Update. I'm your host, Cody Buffington. Thanks for watching.